So we're going to talk about role models today. This is a quick video because I wanted to make this comment since this is fresh. It just happened yesterday, or this was put up today. It came to my attention today, so it happened yesterday at the Oscars. Role models. So Dana,
I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Okay, so Chris Rock makes a joke. Will Smith is laughing at the joke. Jada Pinkett is not laughing at the joke. She does not find it funny, right? So she rolls her eyes, not impressed. It switches to Chris Rock now, okay? And whatever happens in the few seconds here,
That was a nice one.
okay.
How about here?
Oh wait, here comes Will Smith. Now, that looks like a staged fake hit. I'm going to tell you, like, this is all played. He was laughing at the joke. Now he's not laughing at the joke. He smacks him about the joke. Then he goes down. And then, if I continue the video, he's, basically giving him the, telling him not to have put his wife's name in his effing mouth. So here's the problem. First of all, Chris Rock was out of line for making the joke. It is not okay to make jokes about other people because it's offensive to those people. You're making a joke at somebody else's expense. Saying that she's G.I. Jane, that's not cool, man. What if she really likes her haircut? What if she's down with that style? And now in front of the whole world, because the Oscars is a huge thing, you're making her look bad. So that's the first part. Don't make jokes about other people. Number two, because somebody says something, it is not okay to put your hands on them. So whether this is staged or this is real or whatever, to stand up on national television in front of the whole wide world and slap another person because they said something is inappropriate. So both Chris Rock and Will Smith are wrong. And as role models to Black American youth, you are setting a bad example. As a teacher in a school all day long, I have kids hitting other kids because he said something or she said something. You're setting the example that if somebody says something that is offensive or you don't like it, that you can now go put your hands on them and hit that person. No, you cannot. We live in the United States of America. You have freedom of speech. So if somebody says some ill stuff about me, they speak in some words, and I don't like those words, I can go to them and say, I don't appreciate what you just said, and I want an apology, right? Or if you're talking about my wife, I want an apology. Now, if they say, oh, I'm not going to give you an apology, I'm not going to give your wife an apology, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to walk away from you and I'm going to disassociate from you and I'm done with you, okay? Because, yes, you did offend me and I don't appreciate your words. Now, some people may say, hey, that's not strong enough or that's not appropriate. Unless you come and try to put your physical hands on me, I don't see, because you ran your mouth. Okay, you ran your mouth. Now I'm not going to deal with you, okay? I'll advise my friends, well, I'm not going to deal with that person because I don't like their attitude. I don't like how they treated, I don't like how they talk, okay? It's just that simple. You are wrong for making comments of that nature because if I turned around and said ill stuff about you, you would not like it. So why do we live in a world where this is now becoming normalized and this is okay? This is wrong. They are both wrong. They both should apologize to the youth of America in which they are role models to, because you are showing Black boys that it is, one, okay to say some ill stuff, and two, if somebody says some ill stuff you don't like, it's okay to put your hands on them. Neither is okay. Neither is okay. That's all I got to say. So I got some time to add on / finish this video. Like I said, we're talking about role models. I have become a role model. And it's really inevitable. At some point, every man is going to become a role model. Every woman is going to become a role model. Inevitably, right? So, at the very least, I'm a role model to my daughters. But I'm also a teacher. And so I'm a role model to students. And that's really what I'm getting to. So, I didn't know what I wanted my YouTube channel to be because I don't necessarily want to be famous, right? Because of, you look at Chris Rock, you look at Will Smith, if I have hundreds of thousands of followers, if I got a lot of people, trusting in me, and now I'm a role model to those people. But that's inevitable, man. I have to get into this fight because I look at what's happening at the Oscars and I'm saying, wow, are these our role models? Is this who our children are looking up to? Because it's disgraceful. Here's how grown men handle the situation. So, if I was Will Smith and Chris Rock made this comment about my wife, I'm not going to go up on stage and slap him across the face and then sit down and curse him out. What kind of behavior is that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up. I mean, he's Will Smith, so he could walk up to the stage if he wants. He could take the microphone if he wants, but even that, it looked to me like it could have been staged. I don't know what you'd be staging it for. Either it's staged or it's real. The message that you're sending is it's okay to do these things. It's not okay. So I would stand up and I would say, sir, that joke was completely inappropriate. I don't appreciate that. You owe my wife an apology. At which point, I'm sure Chris Rock would have apologized because he was already being apologetic. He didn't say, I'm sorry, but he was like, oh, it's just a G.I. Jane joke, right? Like, he realized that it wasn't appropriate. Like, he realized that he did cross a line. He messed up. Okay. Then he would have just apologized. Hey, I'm sorry, right? Let me give you an apology. If you stand up and say, that's unacceptable, please give my wife an apology, and the person refuses, so Chris Rock goes, take a joke, blah, 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 he refuses. I get up, I tell my wife to get up, and I leave the Oscars. Because we're talking about Will Smith. Will Smith then can send an official letter to the Oscars and say, I was completely, this is an event that you're invited to. Okay? This is supposed to be a prestigious event. Why is Chris Rock making these inappropriate jokes during the Oscars, right? Which leads me to believe that perhaps the Oscars aren't as popular as they used to be. I remember there was a time when I did watch the Oscars. I haven't watched the Oscars in years. I don't care about the Oscars. So maybe I'm not alone. Maybe there's lots of people who don't care about the Oscars, and this is becoming a regular thing. So man, now, if Will Smith slaps Chris Rock across the face, this is gonna get a lot of people to at least watch the Oscars to see what's gonna happen, like a Jerry Springer episode. That's what you want the Oscars to be? A Jerry Springer episode? Then who wants to watch the Oscars, man? If it's Jerry Springer now. And that's the level that you brought it to when you're slapping people and making inappropriate jokes. You stand up, you say, this is unacceptable, please apologize. If no apology is given, you get up, you walk out, you write the Oscars, you say, I will no longer be participating. If a actor of Will Smith's level and status says, I refuse to attend the Oscars from this point on because of this inappropriate behavior, trust me, the people who run the Oscars are going to do something about it. If not, that is the acceptable response. I'm not going to. What are you going to do if I don't apologize? I'm going to leave. I do not need to be around you people. I do not need to be in a room where my wife is going to be the expense of a joke. There's people going to make a joke and at her expense. It's not appropriate. And then a grown man says, I'm not, that you've shown that you're not happy, because we live in America, free speech. So Chris Rock has the free speech to say what he said. You stand up and say it's when you laugh and smile, that was funny, then you're accepting it. So I'll have students who go, oh, I'm not going to let that guy say these things about me, because then if I don't do something, then people think I'm a wuss. You're not a wuss. When you stand up and you say that's not acceptable, I want an apology, and then the other person apologizes, hey, you made an inappropriate comment. You know it's inappropriate now. You apologize for it. It won't happen again. Now, if it continually happens, then don't be around those people. But it doesn't go to hands. It goes to hands when you go to hands. When somebody comes at you and they're going to put their hands on you, okay, now we're going to go to hands. So we need to, as role models, have an appropriate response and an appropriate modeling for the kids who are watching us. It is not okay to put your hands on somebody because they said something. It's also not okay for them to say that thing. And no, you should not just smiling and take it. You should that's not appropriate. Can you apologize? Oh, you're no fun. If being the brunt of a joke, if a joke at my expense is what is necessary for fun, then no, I'm not fun. Because I don't think it's okay. I don't think that behavior is okay. And by the adults, because these guys are older than me. Will Smith and Chris Rock are older than me, and now they're saying that this is an okay and appropriate behavior. So is it okay for me to behave this way? No, it's not. Okay? Oh, well, he shouldn't have said that. Right. He shouldn't have said that at the Oscars. Okay? This is the upper echelon of acting, and this is a serious event. Why are we behaving like Romper Room? This is one of the things that are apparent to what is growing wrong with the world. I am standing up to say, okay, I'm going to be a proper role model now. So this is my channel. I'm going to start putting new teachings on here. This is one of them, how to be a proper role model. I will no longer be cursing on video or in my life because I'm setting that example. I do not want my children, this has been a long time talking, right? Because I do curse, right? Oh, well, if you curse, then it's okay to curse. No, not really. Like, I would not want my daughter cursing, right? My 3-year-old daughter. Let's not watch this show because I don't want her to say those words. Okay, then I probably shouldn't say those words in front of her. Proper role model. What are you trying to be? What do you want your life to be? That's what we're talking about here. If I say I follow Christ, then there are going to be some words that aren't going to be said, and they don't need to be said. Because like I said, you can stand up, you can speak like a man, say this is not acceptable, and your actions will speak louder than your words. See, some people say, oh yeah, your actions do speak louder than your words. That's why you slap that guy for saying those things. Nope. I will no longer be messing with the Oscars because of this. Those are long-term actions. A slap across your face, me going to hands, or Will Smith going to hands, is showing how immature you are and how you can't be the bigger man. Saying, I'm done with the Oscars for the rest of my career, that is a bigger impact. Every year, I'm reminding you that I find this inappropriate. Where are the bigger actions these days? Because I see a lot of children. That's what I see. In my job and in the world. Chris Rock, Will Smith, I'm disappointed in you. You act like children. Grow up.